Impala Management calls on police to ensure employee safety, and taxi driver takes the stand in Jub's murder trial. I'm Lebo Changela with this news update. Management of Impala Platinum has called on police to do everything in their power to ensure the safety of employees at their Rustenburg operation. This follows the death of a discharged winch operator on Sunday night and a standoff with two striking workers. Another employee was injured. Almost 8,000 workers have been rehired thus far. Workers went on strike last month demanding better wages. Impala Platinum's Johan Theron says that this has a huge impact on their operations.
Well, at this stage, we're entering the fifth week and we haven't been able to produce from underground because quite clearly we don't have enough workers. But we're starting to get to that now, a critical mass where, we need to think about how do we get the shafts going again, and hopefully if we can just break the cycle of violence, we'll have enough people back soon to restart production.
Meanwhile, COSATU Secretary General Zwelinzi Mavavi is expected to address striking Impala workers later today in an effort to intervene between the miners and management. Tebetsile Yadimetsi reports.
Thus far, 8,000 workers have availed themselves for a process of rehiring on a new contract. Others remain defiant, saying they will only move once the mine addresses their demands, which includes 9,000 rand salary. COSATU's Zwelinzi Mavavi and NUM President Senzeni Zokwanen will mediate in an effort to end the strike that has cost Impala Platinum over 65 million rand a day in revenue. The leaders will also try to gain confidence of the masses, which has lost hope on NUM. The meeting is scheduled to take place at 3 o'clock. For SABC News, I'm Tebetsile in Rustenburg.
Taxi driver Benjamin Maseko has told the Protea Magistrate Court that he did not see too many Coopers drag racing during the Jub incident. Maseko is Molemo Jub Maruhanya's second defense witness in the murder trial. He's also confirmed Maruhanya's version that he was driving on the left side of the road when his co-accused Themba Chabalala attempted to overtake him. Maruhanya and Chabalala face murder charges after 4 school children were killed and 2 others seriously injured when the 2 allegedly crashed into them while drag racing in 2010. Poma Gubane is in the Protea Magistrate Court.
Benjamin Maseko has corroborated Jub's version that he was driving on the left side of the road when a blue Mini Cooper came out of nowhere in an attempt to overtake him. Maseko, who was transporting school children in his taxi, then swerved to the left, hitting a curb. He also says he saw Themba's car flying over Jub's car while Jub's car went straight for the trees. Maseko insists there was no drag race. Poma Gubane, SABC News, Protea Magistrates Court.
And the SADC team mediating the implementation of Zimbabwe's power-sharing agreement says it's reluctant to engage in a public row with Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe. This follows a threat made by Mugabe that his party could reject President Jacob Zuma as facilitator in its power-sharing deal with the 2 factions of the Movement for Democratic Change. Mugabe also criticized facilitation team member Lindiwe Zulu. He says Zulu is mistaken in her belief that President Zuma is acting in his capacity as a South African president. Zulu takes a different view.
It is the SADC heads of state that decided Jacob Zuma as president of South Africa will be the one who is the facilitator for the Zimbabwe process. I don't know where that whole thing of him as an individual is coming from, because he is there because he's the president of South Africa. And I'm not there in my individual capacity. I am there in that process because the president appointed me and the 2 others to be part of the facilitation team. The whole issue of Zimbabwe is not about Indians. Well, the challenges that Zimbabwe faces and that they need to sort out.